Hey guys, we're here. Welcome back to my
disease.
Can't you see I'm trying to make
What kind of smartphone can you recommend for 20?
Oh yeah, that's the video I'm making now. So keep on watching.
That's my keep on watching. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to tell you guys about 2020 smartphones that you can buy in this first half, that is between January to June. Then from July down, I'm also going to make another video because we know at the ending parts I'm talking too much. Let's get into the video. So in order for you to have a good smartphone, your smartphone has to have this: a great build, solid display, good battery life, great performance, and a quality camera. If your smartphone doesn't have these 5 things, then I'm sorry, your smartphone isn't good enough. So before you buy a smartphone in 2020, make sure you watch this video. So we're going to start with, because I've grouped them into different price range, and we're going to start with the highest price range, that's from 900 to 1500, and these are called flagships. So we're starting with the S20 series. The Samsung Galaxy S20 is currently the best Android you can buy. We have the S20 Ultra, the S20 Plus, and normal S20. The S20 Ultra is going at 1600. That price is massive for a smartphone, but with the kind of specs Samsung puts inside, you have to know 6.9 inch display, a 120 hertz refresh rate, 512 gigabytes of space, 15 like, what do you need 15 gigabyte on a smartphone? 5000 milliamp hour battery. Then the camera, have a 48 megapixel. Then the other lenses, let's not get into that. Then you also have the next device is the Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max and the 11 Pro. The 11 Pro Max goes from 1100 to 1500, and the 11 Pro goes from $900 to 1400 if I'm not mistaken, or I think 1200 depending on the price. And this next phone I'm also going to talk about is, okay, before I go there, the iPhones are very good, like they're very good. Next one I'm going to talk about is the OnePlus 8 Pro. So yeah, this is no longer mid-range pricing. OnePlus boosted their price up to $900, so you can also get this if you're not getting a Samsung and you want to stick in the Android ecosystem. OnePlus, I highly recommend this. OnePlus is a very good smartphone company, but obviously if you have money to spare and you don't want to go out for the full specs, the next category I'm going to tell you about now, and this is the mid-range, oh sorry, not mid-range, the premium category. This is the premium category, which has their prices going from $650 to $800, and you can get phones like the iPhone 11. Like, this is going to be one of the best products you can buy at this price. And also the S10 from last year is also still going. This is also be a great smartphone to buy in 2020 if you want to save that money. You can also buy the normal regular OnePlus 8, not the Pro, the regular OnePlus 8. It has most of the specs the main OnePlus 8 has. But yeah, all these phones I'm recommending them in their different price range. Okay, so the price range varies based on what the phone can do and the internals. So the iPhone 11 is cheaper than the 11 Pro Max because obviously you can see it has two cameras, it has an LCD display, whereas the 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, they have their three cameras, they have an OLED, and you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, you can also buy these devices. Then if we are going to the budget, that is going to be from the $400 price range. This is the $400, like $400 to $600 price range. This is the mid-range. And we have the iPhone SE 2020, we have the A51, we have the A71, and we also have the Google Pixel 3a. So these three phones are giving you something different. The Google Pixel is giving you the best smartphone camera on an Android that is going for $400. The iPhone is giving you the best performance on a $400 smartphone. that will last you for at least 5 years. And the A51 and A71, they're giving you the 25,000 features Samsung has on their phones. But if I'm going to recommend any, if you want to stay in the iOS ecosystem, then I highly recommend you buy the iPhone SE for $400 if that is your budget. But if you can go a little bit higher, go for the iPhone 11 Pro. But if you are staying in Android, in this region, the A51 is going to be your best bet right now. It's expensive, but it's not expensive, so you can get it $400. You know the vibe, you know it. Then the Pixel 3a. As for the Pixel 3a, it's not actually everywhere in Nigeria. I don't even see Pixel devices in Nigeria. Either way, this comparison in the mid-range is going to be between the iPhone SE, A51, A71. If you are looking for $400 smartphones to buy in this region, like to buy in 2020 in a whole, these three phones, consider them. Then also we now go to the budget smartphone. These are the cheap phones. Yes, these are the cheap phones. So they are going from $150 to $350. Then this is where we get devices for like the A50, the A30, A20s, the Tecno Camon 15, Infinix S5. Yeah, so in this one I'm going to recommend buying the A50 over the Tecno. Tecno is the newer device, but if you are buying a Tecno phone, I just want you to know that if you are buying Tecno, you should not be using that phone for more than 1 year. If you are going to buy Tecno or Infinix rather, make sure you are just buying it to use for through the space of 1 year, because those phones they don't release updates. Let me just tell you, Tecno Infinix updates. See, if you buy that phone and the phone is on Android 10 now, next year Android 11 is not going to come. Let me just tell you, Android 11 will not come except you root your phone or you do some things. I'm not going to show you that, because if anything happens to your phone, it's not me you blame, but except you do those things. So at least the A50 has received the Android 10 update. I don't know about the other A series devices. A70 is having an issue with that one, but all in all, let's do a roundup. So the flagship devices I recommend, the S20 series, but most especially the S20 itself, the S20. Then for the iOS is the iPhone 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max. Between those two, I don't like big phones like that, so I'll recommend the 11 Pro. I don't know what you like. Then also the OnePlus 8 Pro is the best Android smartphone to me. If I can choose between the OnePlus 8 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20, I'll pick the OnePlus 8 Pro for two reasons over the S20. One, it has better software, and two, it is faster. Those are the two reasons. And speed. The only reason I would say you should pick the Samsung over the OnePlus is because OnePlus camera is not as good as Samsung. So yeah, if camera is into that. And one more thing, if you like doing TikTok videos or you like making Snapchats, whatever, all these things, Apple will always be the best for camera essential apps, because their chips are just better than the rest. Thank you very much. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to drop a like, drop your comments if you have any more questions. This is just the part one. The part two will be after more phones, or in the second half of the year. You get now, second half of the year, that July ahead. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop your comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. Oh my god, bye. I need to go and sleep.
For